Welcome back, everybody, to A&M Reviews. It's Muhammad and Adrian, and today we're here to review the Disney Marvel film Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I had to make sure to get that right because I was pronouncing it wrong.
Same. I was corrected at the theater
By somebody else or just the movie?
by one of the workers. I can tell he meant it. He was correcting us not because he worked there, but because you're like, no, you're wrong.
No, I'm a fan of this.
Right, exactly.
Say it right.
Exactly. You say, yeah, we're gonna see Shang-Chi. I mean Shang-Chi? Yeah. That's in theater. 7. It's like, oh, okay. Well, thank you for that.
Get it right. But essentially, this film is about a martial arts master. Shang-Chi confronts the past he thought he left behind when he's drawn into the web of mysterious Ten Rings organization. But what did you get from Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
So I really enjoyed Shang-Chi a lot more than I thought I would. It was funny and very exciting at the same time. It was, I knew the character Shang-Chi, but not all that well. And of course, what they did to the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, which he did not deserve. And I thought they did a really good job of fixing that at the same time, making a pretty interesting story. And one that I thought, we'll talk about a little later, but one of the reasons this villain is so good is because he has a heart and it's really a family story. So yes, he's evil, but for different reasons.
Yeah, he is evil. He's more of that sympathetic villain that you can see why he's doing things, or at least towards the latter end of the latter end of the movie. But I really did enjoy this one. I think it had a pretty good story. They tried to blend in some of the characters from the comics because I think the villain is a blend of two different characters. With the Mandarin and
Right.
Shang-Chi's, yes, his actual father. So they blended in like an Iron Man villain with Shang-Chi's original father. But out of all the characters, I don't know, Shang-Chi might be the most bland one. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad character, but as far as the most interesting.
I don't think he's the most bland. I think his sister's the most bland.
Okay, well, I guess her demeanor.
But I did find the Mandarin a lot more interesting. Katie Aquafina hilarious. And Shang-Chi was there. He's the main character.
See, like I said.
But again, not the most boring. His sister took that role. He was probably runner-up for it though. And I'm gonna say Trevor Slattery, who's played by Ben Kingsley, the fake Mandarin. He was hilarious the entire time.
Yes, he was, but it wasn't like I was just like so excited to see his character because I didn't feel anything for him. I mean, it just kind of explained what happened to him after the fact, but I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's him.
I didn't miss him at all, but he definitely offered some comic relief that I wasn't expecting. So that was good because Awkwafina is hilarious, comedian, funny actress. But to have Ben Kingsley really be a goofball as well was pretty fun. And then Wong, I mean, I thought this was his movie.
Really?
He was only in it for about 10 minutes, maybe combined. And that's being generous.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's probably closer to 5. But I felt like, I was like, whoa. Why is this man so important? Of course he works with Strange. But it kind of gives me that hope that I had. Someone said when Doctor Strange was going to come out, they were like, now watch, it's either going to be Doctor Strange or Black Panther that's going to be the next Iron Man, who, puts together all these movies, is jumping in, putting together teams and whatnot. And now that Iron Man's gone, I think they're moving with the Doctor Strange route of that route. You also have, of course, Chadwick Boseman has left us. So there's no telling who or how they're going to, follow up Black Panther and what role that's going to have going forward. But still happy to see it with the Sanctum Sanctorum and all this stuff, because we got Multiverse of Madness coming, we have No Way Home, all this stuff.
Eternals.
Eternals. I mean, Strange is gonna be busy, and so is Wong. So I'm glad to see they're already getting to work.
Yeah, I think you kind of had to have him in this movie because he is of Asian descent. So you want to kind of put him in there somehow, and they were able to. I guess pretty easily, since they can kind of transport themselves anywhere. With the
nice little ability.
Say what?
It's a nice little ability.
Yeah, what do you call that? I forgot what it's called.
I don't know what the actual word is. I just do the spinny circle move with my hands and just pretend.
Yeah, it's a portal.
Right,
but
portal.
Yeah, but Awkwafina, she was great. Tony Leung as the villain, very, very impressive. I mean, he's more of that kind of like, he doesn't have to say anything, and he's dangerous. Like you can just look at him. He's just Definitely. Like, don't mess with him. That's what kind of villain he is. And Shang-Chi, I mean, he did great. I'm not saying the actor did bad or anything. They just didn't make him the most interesting character. I mean, mostly everything was happening to him, and he was not really pushing anything forward.
Yeah.
But I like the sister also. Xiaoling, I think she did pretty well. I mean, she's not really a really expressive character, but no, she's pretty good in her role. Thanks for watching, and if you would like to be featured on our podcast, make sure to click the link in the description.